Hello and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. I am going to be doing a reading, and this is the overview reading for July 20th through the 26th. This is the time where we transition from Cancer into Leo. We also have some very interesting times during this time. We have had our 777 portal. We are coming up to our Lion's Gate 88 portal. And then we have some interesting things going on with the Mayan calendar during these times. So please stick around and let's see what we've got going on, okay? Now, remember that I am a Reiki practitioner, so I have infused all the decks with Reiki energy. I have also prayed to Jesus, to Father God, Holy Spirit, to ask that whatever needs to be said comes through. I am going to be using my Radley Valentine decks. I have been trying to make my videos a little bit shorter and a little bit more concise, but we will see how that all happens too. So I will be using, for the overview and for the regular videos, I will be using my fairy tarot cards. I will also be using my, what are these? My Angel Wisdom tarot cards. I do have my Sword of Light, Michael, Archangel Michael cards, again, Radley Valentine. I will pull a card from Emily Anderson Crystal deck, and because we do have a new moon coming, we will use the Moonology Oracle cards, Yasmin Boland, artwork by Nyx Rowan. Again, like I said, I prayed, meditated, infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember that these are general readings, may or may not resonate, so take what you like, leave the rest. I'm putting this on YouTube, Rumble, and TikTok, so this is for entertainment purposes only. All right, let's go on to that website that I do like to go to, that I do like to bring and show you what is going on. Here we go. Let me open this up, flip. And we don't have a lot going on from, I shouldn't say that we don't have a lot, but nothing new, okay, from the 18th into the 22nd. So we did have the 18th, we have Mercury going retrograde, so interesting energies. A lot of times, okay, anything that goes retrograde is going back. It appears to be going backwards. And it is like going through the stuff we just went through. But it's like cleanup on aisle 9, if you want to even say. So right now we have Neptune in Aries retrograde, Saturn in Aries retrograde, Mercury in Gemini, Mercury in Leo retrograde, and I keep forgetting that Pluto in Aquarius is also going retrograde. So this is the-astrologer.net. It's an interesting site, so you may want to take a peek at it. There are no sun squares during the sun in Leo, no planets in Taurus, no planets in Scorpio, so no lies, no liars. Interesting with that. Destiny will ensure everything right for you is easygoing. We have the 22nd, where the sun enters the home of Leo. The 23rd, the sun will be sextiling a loose connection with Uranus in Gemini. So, remember, I've been talking about Uranus and Gemini. I've been talking about all of these signs too. Uranus right now is going direct, so that's a good thing. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but we have Venus in Gemini squaring with Mars in Virgo. Now, remember, Venus and Mars are the couple. And so while we have one in air sign, we have the other one in earth sign. And a square is kind of like they're putting pressure on each other. Venus relationship, Mars is about war, is about confronting. We have a new moon, 1 degree in Leo. That's where, new starts come. New beginnings come. Now the 24th, we also have the sun trining with Saturn in Aries. We have it trining with Neptune in Aries. So Leo, fire. It is partnering with these. So Saturn rules regulations, laws, karma, and it is going backwards. And remember, with Mercury retrograde, I think of Mercury because it is a lot to do with communications, electronics. I think of Mercury when it goes retrograde also a karmic cleanup, okay? So we have a lot of karma being cleaned up or being brought to the surface because it's trining with Neptune, and Neptune is deep, deep and dark. And things could be things from the past, things that we've been wanting to keep secret, could be coming up into that, into the surface to be seen. Now, the 25th of July, we have Leo opposing Pluto. And like I said, I keep forgetting that Pluto in itself is going retrograde. Pluto is in Aquarius, so we have fire and air, kind of making a very kind of an explosive type of energy. Opposing Pluto, which is very much, it's very much destruction. It's very much kind of like tower energy, has to pull everything down in order to build everything up again. And then we go into July. Oh, and also the 25th of July. It is also considered in the day, I think it's the Mayan calendar, the day outside of time. So on the 24th would be their New Year's Eve, and on the 26th would be their New Year's Day. So I think it's interesting that this 25th is just the day outside of time. You may want to take a look. I have done videos on this. Just like I said, we are in times that a lot of people just can't get a handle on. So we just have to make sure and keep our vibrations very elevated. There's a lot of ascension energy going on. The Schumann resonance has been going absolutely nuts with the white streaks. There's solar storms. There's so much energy in this in the world today, in the universe. We have to be very cognizant of it. At the same time, we have to hold on to our faith, to our hope. Like I say, mercy, grace, hope. We have to hold on to that, and we have to be the light that shines. That's why I always tell you to stay shining. So interesting times that we are in. Then we can go here. Let's see. So the 18th, we had Mercury going retrograde. Sun entering Leo. Now this is all Eastern time, 9:30 in the morning. New moon on the 24th is at 3:10 in the afternoon. Now we have Chiron, the wounded hero, also going retrograde. So what did I say? We have Saturn retrograde, Neptune retrograde. So Neptune, Saturn, Mercury. We have Pluto retrograde for a while too. Chiron retrograde. So there's a lot of things that we have to go back and look at. Now this one is horoscope.astro-seek.com, and if you ever want to go and look at your birth chart, you can go up here, home, and it will give you, you put your date and everything like that, and it will give you your birth chart, okay? So interesting, we just live in very unprecedented times. So let's go on back to the readings and see where we are at with those. All right. Are we flipping? There we go. We are flipping. Okay, let's go on and see what we have. So new moon in Leo. This is confidence is your key to success. So sometimes if this could be a little bit of fake it till you make it. This could be, believe in yourself. You need to know that you are on the right path, and whatever that right path may be. Now, sometimes we are on paths that will teach us lessons, so they're not necessarily comfortable paths. Other ways, we can just feel like we're carrying the flag, kind of like the, oh my goodness, the Six of Fire, the Six of Wands, where victory is the key. Victory, we are on our way to some sort of victory in itself. So new moon in Leo, confidence is your key. Now, I do, when I start these, like I said, I pray, meditate, infuse the decks with Reiki energy. I just ask God, I ask Jesus to give whatever messages you need to hear for whoever needs to hear them, okay? I do tend to, give you a couple of things I do. I give you what the card is saying, kind of, like the twos are choices, decisions, but I also give you my feelings and my vibes and whatever I believe God wants you to hear. Okay, so here we go. two cards have fallen out. I think they fell out that way. So when cards fall out, it generally means that they want to be seen. So higher power, what do you want to say to everyone out there? What's going on in the world? All right, so let me put these cards over here. Okay. Now, reversed cards, these two, have a little bit more of an oomph. These two also fell out, so they have an oomph. They have more oomph too. So this one's a big oomph. Okay, let's go. First card is, all right, this is the Three of Air. The Three of Air, it's also connected to Azrael. It's also connected to the renewal card or the death card. You know, this is a transformation card. Sometimes, you know, you can go to other decks where, you know, they have the same names, but, you know, different and yet the same too. But this is the transformation. It is a 13 in the major arcana. It is something has to end in order for a new beginning. So we are in that new beginning. Now, like I said, on the 26th of July, according to, I think it's the Mayan calendar. I didn't look it up before I started. That is going to be that is the new year for that calendar. Now the 24th is then the end. So something different, something interesting is happening, something dramatic could be happening. This is the Three of Air. Now the three in itself is a good number. It's celebration, creation. It's the power of three. So even though things are not necessarily happy, things are, you know, not necessarily going, you know, we want to hold on to that past. The three says there is celebration in this. There is creation in this. This is also with air sign. Air is Gemini, Libra, and it's also Aquarius. And, you know we have Uranus in Gemini. We have Pluto in Aquarius too. And Pluto is retrograding. So it's digging up. You know, like I said, these retrogrades, they're digging up the past. So this is telling us great sadness that will heal with time. Whenever I see this card in whatever deck, it's about letting go of the past. You will carry the scars, you will carry the memories, but you have to let it go and the pain will lessen, okay? It may never go away. You know, if you have a scar on your body, it sometimes pulls. You may always be aware of it, but but in the future, as time goes by, you know, the scar starts to dissipate, starts to fade. So let go of the past. Personal growth that comes from challenges. Healing misunderstandings, being there for those in need. So something's shifting. We have to have a new mindset, and it's you know, something ends, something begins. Next card. Five of Air. So we know about the air energy. Five in itself is about change. You know, good change, bad change, just change in general. It's not necessarily easy, okay? Now we have a sneaky snake energy here, okay? So this, you know, I always think of Five of Air and also the Seven of Air having sneaky snake energy. Okay, so sneaky snake, you know, it's kind of like a little trickster, not necessarily obeying the rules, but yet, and not necessarily, you know, doing what is right. Okay, so there is a shift in the energies. There's a shift in the laws. There's a shift going on. We got to watch out for sneaky snake, but it doesn't mean that sneaky snake is going to prevail. Okay, that's the one thing about it. It doesn't mean that sneaky snake is going to win. It just means that, you know, there's sleight of hand, not being told everything we need to hear. And again, Mercury is in retrograde, so it will be, once we're aware that there is this sneaky snake energy, we can look into it that much further, and we can uncover what sneaky snake is trying to hide. So this is Sandalphon. Sandalphon is believed to be Elijah from the Old Testament. It is 5, which is connected to the Hierophant. The Hierophant is about the laws, the regulations. This is the card that I always connect with the, the business of law, the business of government, the business of religion. It's the rules and regulations and not necessarily the spirituality. It's not necessarily the righteousness of what is being done, okay? But we have a choice. We don't have to stay in the sneaky snake energy. We can do something different. We can, we can expose it, and we can be aware of it, and we can move on to something new. In unwise choice, there's a better way that will make you happier. Avoid people who lack integrity or who have questionable motives. So someone, kind of like, I get, you can see sleight of hand. Now, there's nothing to say that he is cheating. There's nothing to say he is cheating. But you can see he's he's gloating. He's gloating as he takes his money, as he takes whatever it is, and he's dropping some too. So let's see what this card says. So something has to end. Something has to end. There has to be a change with the sneaky snake. It's kind of like we're not going to take it anymore. Okay. So the world is not taking it anymore. The sneaky snake is being exposed. Now this one is also reversed, and we have the sun. Again, remember, the sun comes out. This is connected to Uriel. Uriel is the archangel of the archangel of light and wisdom. So we have Azrael, the archangel of death, archangel of transition. Sandalphon, the rules and regulations, archangel, rules, regulations. Kind of in a way, I'm going to look at Sandalphon kind of a way of saying, look at these rules and regulations. Are they really what we need to be following? Are they man-made or are they God-made? I'm kind of feeling like Sandalphon's making you look at things a little differently and saying, is this the right, like I said, is this man-made? Are you being, who's controlling who with this? Uriel, the archangel of light and wisdom. The 19 has a very interesting number in itself because 9 is completion. Let's wrap things up. You've got everything you need. 1 is a new beginning. 1 plus 9 is a 10. Things are transitioning. 0, God source energy. 1 plus 0 is a 1 again. So we get things are ending, things are transitioning, moving forward. A new start is about to come. The sun says, even though we have this energy going through, even though there is this this sense of moving through complex situations, complex emotions, complex thoughts. This is something we had to go through. I'm surprised there's not a 5 of water there or 5 of cups. It's like it had to happen this way. Things had to move forward. We have to let go of what we thought was the truth. We have to let go of what we thought was the reality of life. And, there's been a lot of manipulation happening with this 5 of air. There's been a lot of manipulation. We've got to see it for what it is. Then the sun comes out and says, all will be well. A time of great joy and success. Let's see. There we go. Brilliant epiphanies that lead to magical opportunities. Plans that work out perfectly, gratitude to the divine, attitude of gratitude. And remember, an unwise choice, a better plan, a better way that will make you happier. So there is a plan. Things will work its way through. Attitude of gratitude. Okay? So let's go on now to my fairy tarot. Okay, and that one is popping. There we go. All right, it is reversed. Unity. This is that 5, 5. This is if this was a Sandalphon card, this would be Sandalphon. This is our Hierophant energy here, unity. So we have some, we have some validation with this deck and with that card. And it is about do the right thing for the right reason. Now, compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you. A spiritually minded community. So there is a lot of evolution going on. There's going to be a lot of people that decide, they can't leave. They have to stay where they're at. They just want to keep blinders on their eyes. I will do what I am told to do. And it's like, who is telling you what this is? Who is telling you? Who is the one telling you what to do? Okay. Are you connecting with God? Are you connecting with Source, Jesus? Are you following what your gut is telling you to do? And I'm not telling, this is not to, this is to actually to expand and to elevate and to, like I said, a lot of ascension type of stuff? Or are you sticking in this third dimensional level? Okay. So it's just a very interesting time. Again, new moon. Confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. It's an interesting transition. Okay. Now next week I will be putting out videos. The following week I may take a vacation. So I want to let you know that. Not sure yet, but I may. Okay. Okay. All right, so please, please, please do me a favor. I will be putting out the videos hopefully today, the other videos. Please watch this one. I think we'll call this an attitude of gratitude or letting go. Letting go. Maybe it's letting go. I'm not quite sure. Please do me the favor of clicking wherever you need to click. If you have a problem hearing me on this channel, please try the other ones. I'm on YouTube, Rumble, and TikTok. All I can say, like I said, is if you have trouble with this one, please check the other one. And I think next week I'll be posting, but the week after I may take some time off for a week. So we will see. All right. I want to tell you all, thank you, thank you, thank you for watching. You are wonderful people. Happy birthday to Cancerians. Happy birthday to Leos, the lions and the lionesses. Remember, as always, that you are loved. Stay shining. Be blessed. Thank you. Bye-bye.